Iron Skillet Podcast. Welcome back to you guys and to us. The usual suspects in an unusual location. SHATORA Lane, the humble savage, has returned, as well as T-Clem TV, the man, and myself, Bullwhip. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, but it's funny. This is us shaking the rust off. We literally just did a 15-minute podcast of this, and I forgot to hit record. So that is literally me shaking the rust off, and we're good this time, guys.
Round
Promise.
2, let's run it up.
So we wanted to jump on here and talk about what we've been doing, why we stepped away, why we haven't been posting, and we also want to talk about the event we got coming up, our back to school event, which we're holding at Brightbox in Winchester, Virginia. So there's a lot to touch on, a lot to talk about, and we got to do it all over again.
Gotta remember what we said.
Yeah. So Sha mentioned earlier that we've been down for 6 months.
Yeah.
We haven't been posting. We haven't been doing any podcasts. It's been since we moved.
Yeah.
And we've been getting a little vlog footage here and there, but we haven't put anything out. And the biggest reason why we haven't been posting is we moved the studio. So right there put us down for 1 to 2 months. Then T-Clem TV goes a little Evil Knievel, and he broke his leg.
Yeah.
Broke something in his leg.
Broke my fibula.
Let me just tell you also, because when you said you broke your fibula, in my brain, I'm like, oh, that's not that bad. Because the fibula is a non-weight bearing bone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you might not even need to wear a boot or anything. And then 2 days later, he's still in the hospital. I'm like, what did you, what happened?
I broke my fibula.
Yeah, no, you broke it in a bunch of places and real bad.
Didn't you say it was popping out?
Yeah, it popped out.
Yeah, compound fracture. Didn't but left that whole part out when he told me. He's like, I just broke my fibula. And then in my brain, I'm like, oh, yeah, fibula, not bad. So this guy, but that's what Trav.
Worst time of my life.
Yeah, it was rough.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
For sure. 100%.
I mean, what else? Why else have we been down? I mean, for myself personally, it's like I felt like I've had a lot going on outside of the podcast and the Iron Skillet and just life. Like, the older I get, the more time I realize I don't have. And it's just hard keeping up sometimes. Sometimes you got to focus on, the important things in life.
No, for sure. I feel like for me, I don't know. I felt like I have a new job. I have a lot more free time than I ever had before. And so for me, it was different. It was like I was kind of like itching to get back into something. Yeah. But you also don't want to be pushing the envelope if it doesn't feel right. So it's like I honestly took this time to get really comfortable being by myself, which I don't do often. Like the first take that we did, we're talking about how I didn't have to plan my week out before. It was like I go to work, come to the studio, see my boys, go home. Next day, do the same thing. And I didn't have to think. I was on autopilot. I always was around you guys, and it brought so much joy to my life. And then the pandemic comes, and we can't be together all the time. You know what I mean? And that was hard just in general because I'm not that kind of person. So that was difficult. And then even coming out of it, I feel like everyone's in this crazy transition of trying to find their way back to what they used to do and how their life used to look. And even being around people is hard for some people. Even just wanting to go out and wanting to be social. And I'm a super social person. That's when I get that's when I'm the most happy. That's when I feel the most energized, is when I'm feeding off of other people and talking and learning them. And so I had to literally learn to be happy just being by myself. But I feel like it was it was healthy for me. I feel so much more confident in myself and who I am now than I did before this whole pandemic thing happened.
Mine was the opposite.
Well, tell me about you.
I was just depressed as hell,
Yeah.
Laying in bed with a broken leg.
Yeah. It's crazy because I still might do it. I might send it to you. But this guy that I follow, he's a skydiver and a flight attendant. YouTuber.
I think you told me about it.
Yeah, he broke his leg skydiving, and he wrote a book about it because he got so depressed. And he's
Yeah.
like, if you watch his content, not a depressed guy.
Mm.
And he said he contemplated suicide like multiple times. And if you watch his content, you would just be like, what?
Because he's probably so like gung ho about everything. Like I mean, just out doing things all the time. And then once you're not doing, you come to a complete halt. It's like culture shock.
And he said that a lot of it too is just like probably what people experienced during COVID. Like he was like, in the first 2 weeks, I felt like it was like like my birthday. Like everybody was hitting me up, everybody was coming by.
Yeah.
He's like, but after that 2 weeks, it was like he didn't hear from anyone.
Shit, I didn't want to see anybody.
Yeah, I was trying. Travis was ignoring me. Don't even get it twisted. I was FaceTiming this dude.
I had to pull up at his house to see him.
I know.
I tried and I said no.
But like he wrote a book about his experience, and it made me think about Travis because I know that it was hard for you. And I mean, hopefully now that you're up and walking, 2 shoes, 2 socks.
Yep.
Hopefully you're coming out of that and you're feeling better. Are
Got
you feeling better now?
Got in the ocean.
Yeah, that helped
I think it did help actually.
for sure. I feel
Stay
like
salty.
that's a thing.
No.
I think that's a thing though, for sure.
I still got a little limp in the mornings. Stiff as fuck. But
Yeah.
other than that.
Do you feel good though, being like active
Absolutely.
again and like
being able to like walk, just even like, fuck, we shot a wedding. I shot a wedding in a fucking boot
yeah.
when I wasn't supposed to be walking in that boot.
I know. I was
And-
stressed the entire time.
I was stressed the entire, like, I mean, it was just annoying. It's so
Yeah.
annoying. And now that I can like just walk and not hold a crutch and
Yeah.
hold a camera
Carry
with
your-
both hands,
And
like
carry your food. And,
yeah, carry food, like that was fun. That drove me crazy too. Like
yeah.
being at home and like walking to the kitchen and like making a plate of food and not being able to carry it back to my room or to the fucking living room.
Yeah. You just had to eat it there.
Like hey, eat it there or like go sit down and ask somebody to bring it to me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got you a walker.
I had one, but it was still like it.
Put a little
There's no
tray on
plate
it.
on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't MacGyver something.
Yeah, I did MacGyver a desk in my bed. I bought one of those things off Amazon, and a little like
Yeah.
I can see that.
platter things.
Okay.
Well, definitely
Eat your TV dinners on.
glad to have Trav back for sure in full force and
Glad to be alive.
shooting again. Yeah, definitely, because that kind of thing is not everybody comes out of it on the other side. So
Mm.
for sure,
Let's-
grateful.
Let's bring it back. So before COVID hit, we were on a roll, posting podcasts, vlogs, and then we had the charity events. We had at 147, Brewbakers, and then it was the upstairs at Brightbox.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID hit, and then, before COVID actually hit, we had another date for the Brightbox in May, and then COVID shut everything down in March, and I feel like that's kind of where we started going downhill. We were
Yeah.
still doing vlogs. We were grinding with the podcast because we
Oh, we
had
were still doing
the
podcasts.
Zoom virtual
Yeah.
ones, which was awesome because that allowed us to figure out how we could do podcasts with people in Cali or outside of our studio. So we got to link up and meet new people who we wouldn't have otherwise met.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
So in a way, it was kind of a blessing.
It was definitely a blessing.
Blessing virtually, but then it also like we didn't do the school drive last year. We couldn't do a coat drive last year. So
Yeah, definitely a lot of there's
good
pros and cons
yeah.
for sure. But I feel like we hit that halt, and then we moved the studio. We ran into a little bit of not issues, but timing. It was going to take time for us to get into the space, and then
We had to wait for electric to get run in
Yeah.
our room.
and then it was like, okay, I don't know how you guys feel, but after you sit down for so long, the motivation to get up and get going again
Oh,
is
absolutely.
like kind of fucking hard. So I was like, yeah, we got to get the studio together, but I don't know when we're going to do it.
I mean, we technically still haven't even got our room together.
Yeah, that's why
This
we're
is just
out here.
temporary.
Yeah, that's why we're out here. But I don't know. I was telling you guys the last time we did this though, but like the past month or two, I just been feeling ready to like get back into creating again. Period. Like making things and like sharing things and like making an impact. Like I've been itching to like do something. So I feel like it's coming back around. Right in the nick of time.
What I said before on the first take of this podcast is, you know, at the beginning of the year, I wanted to drop a single every week, and I was so motivated. I wanted to do it, and I still have all these singles piled up, but we got to end of March and Dee Dee Dundada passed away, and that just threw me for a loop. RIP Deeds. And I'm just now, I don't want to say just now getting back in the rhythm, because, you know, I'd find little spurts of inspiration here and there, but like now I'm like you said, I'm itching.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start grinding again.
Well, what was that, if you don't mind talking about it? Well, like, was that hard to go, like, to kind of pull yourself out of that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because aside from like real family members, like blood family members, nobody passing hit me that hard. Not to take away from any, but
yeah, but
friends,
that one hit
like,
you hard.
That one hit me hard. I believed in that man so much, like he was my Padawan. You know, like I felt he could really do something big.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just seeing all that potential get taken away was tough.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see him. Like, he, you know, just got out and, you know, passed unexpectedly. And, you know, you look back and you're like, man, I wish I could have did this. I wish I could have did this. I wish I would have said this, you know. And, you know, I think the regrets is the biggest part about it.
It eats you up a little bit.
Yeah, but I've come to terms with it all.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's good.
Yeah. He's on the new album. I got him featured on the album, so it's pretty dope. That's
fire. And now you can go on and do all these amazing things and, like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of honor that memory. Yep. You know what I mean? So they're always living through everything that you do.
Exactly.
So
hey, man, he's sitting right here right now, I'm sure.
Not probably.
Maybe. I don't know. He could be with his baby. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
But yeah, we're finally getting that itch back. We're back to wanting to grind, and we got all these cool ideas and, you know, things we want to do with the podcast and the vlog and even some digital products. And
for sure,
we got a lot in the works that we need to get back to work on.
Yeah.
Should we dive into this event?
So first things first.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks, actually, is it 2 weeks from today?
I think so.
Or it might be 2 weeks.
I think it is 2 exact weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, we will be at the Bright Box in Winchester, Virginia, August 7th for our back to school event. And this will be our third annual, because like T. Clem said, we couldn't hold it last year due to COVID. So this will be our third annual back to school event. And it's benefiting Bright Futures out of Winchester, Virginia. So they give back to the kids in the community and those who can't get these items. And, you know, every year we reach out to them and we ask them, what do you guys need, like, as far as back to school for the kids? What do you guys need? And this year they said they are in need of headphones, earbuds, backpacks. There's a few other ones, but those were the main three. And of course, all the essentials, pencils, papers, everything helps.
Anything helps.
Yeah,
anything helps. So we're having a little meeting about the event, and we're really excited about, you know, what we got going on. And we have a killer lineup. Got HEELIX, Spirit, some youngins out of the 540 that are just
tearing it down.
Spitters. Yellow Child, myself, well, hold on. We got OPHIE, and then we got SHATORA, who is going to be performing with a band.
Yeah, we're going to be revealing something new and super special. And it's just, I don't know, brought a lot of joy to my life and with some amazing people. I don't want to reveal too much because I kind of want it to be a surprise there. But
it's Jimi Hendrix. He's back.
Yeah, two amazing individuals that have decided to kind of come together with me and started creating some awesome music together. And we're going to share it at this event. And it would definitely mean a lot to me if people could come out, because it's going to be something like a different side of me than you've ever seen ever. Like, I've never created music like this.
You guys have only performed like a handful of times.
Yeah, twice.
Twice? Oh, it's only been twice?
Yeah. So
this will be the third time that you perform with the band. Like, that right there is something to come out for.
Yeah.
I've always said performing with a live band's got to be dope, and just watching the performances you all have had, it just looks fun.
Yeah, no, it's a great time. We have an awesome set. Like, definitely brings you up, brings you down, brings you back up. Lots of fun. Yeah, it's amazing. And the people that I'm doing it with are so talented. Like, I'm just, like, blessed because I'm blown away by the shit they can do. Like, I'm just over here saying lyrics. Y'all are back there just constructing whole fucking songs and everything. It's crazy. So, it's going to be dope. It's going to be really dope.
I think that's another cool part about this event is, we got multiple genres. And everybody's got their own style and the way they do things. Like,
Oh, yeah.
HEELIX is a very lyrical, like, I don't want to say underground, but conscious. There you go.
Rapper, yeah.
Conscious rapper. Spirit is in that same lane. You know what I mean? And he's
looping.
He's making the beats on the drum pad. And then you got myself and Yella, who, I don't know. We've been around, so we got a stage presence. So what's that?
The gritty.
The gritty. We bring in that grit, and then OPHIE, how he just creates the painting on stage from playing the guitar, looping it, playing the drums, looping it, and then singing, and then what you got bringing to the table with a band. This is something different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even besides, we want people to come out to the event to support the back to school drive. That's our main goal, to get as much as we can to support the kids. But in light of you doing that, you're going to have an amazing experience. Like, in light of you doing something positive and supporting your community, you're going to get to see all these people from your community that are amazing at what they do. And I guarantee you're going to have a good time.
It's like a historic event, basically.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
First big hip hop show in Winchester since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be one of the first local hip hop shows at Brightbox.
Yeah.
Or in the area, period.
Yeah.
Since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be phenomenal.
All local artists. That's a stepping stone for Winchester.
For sure.
We literally just kick down the door wherever we go. And I mean that in a sense of helping the rest of the hip hop community, in a sense, level up. The way I look at it, if one of us levels up, we all level up, because it's nothing for that other person to reach that same platform.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen the little meme, like Atlanta rappers versus like everything else?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it is.
Working
like,
together.
We're just trying to, like, everybody, like, let's just, like, Lincoln log this shit to the top. And as opposed to being like, no, I'm only going to be the only one that's going to be lit. Like, no, we want everyone to be lit. Like, we're all trying to be lit. It's going to be way better that way.
We're getting lit tonight.
We're getting lit tonight.
I'm sure there will be a lot of litness in the building.
Slightly.
It is an all-age event, so,
$10 in advance, $15 at the door.
21 to spill,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be having some food or appetizers or whatnot.
I think it's full menu.
Full menu. Okay.
Get yourself some snacks. Get yourself a little something to sip on.
Yeah, we're going to have Jet Johnson on the boards DJing.
So you know it's going to be good. I'm not going to lie. He's a good DJ.
Yeah. That's Keyword. That's my guy, Keyword. I nicknamed him Keyword because whenever no one can find beats, he gets on and finds it.
Nah, he kills it on the DJ front.
Might have a couple of surprises mid-show. You never know.
Yeah,
I haven't even talked to you about pitch Trav a couple surprises that we could throw out, and
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah.
But we'll have the merch table out there. So Wope merch, Humble Savage merch.
Yep.
I'm sure T Clem still got some merch left over. We'll see if we get some Stanley hats out there.
Oh, definitely.
See what we could throw in. I'm sure Alfie's got some merch.
Oh yeah.
And then of course we've talked about doing giveaways.
Yep.
Merch. You mentioned a haircut.
Yeah. So Sierra, she's at Rested Roots she's a stylist there. Numerous talents, but she's agreed to give away a service as a giveaway for the event. So if you're looking to get nice, get your hair did or something, come out to the show. You might win a free styling session. You never know.
And who knows what else is going to be in that prize package.
Yeah, so.
Might get a free music video shoot or something.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'll say, don't look at me.
I don't know. I don't know. That might be a little too much, but you never know what else we're going to come up with. So we got the merch. What else we got to touch on for this event?
Doors open at 7.
How to maybe get a ticket?
Yeah, well, yeah. So we'll link to get a ticket. You could buy them on Eventbrite, or you can buy at the door. 80% of ticket sales go back to Bright Futures. Doors open at 7. Music starts at 8.
If you buy your ticket in advance on Eventbrite, it's only $10.
$10.
If you buy it at the door the day of the show, it's $15. So get to the link in the description of this video and get your ticket.
We'll also announce how we're going to do the giveaways. Probably here in a future poster.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
And, whether you purchase your ticket before or at the door, 80% goes straight to Bright Futures.
Yeah.
And shout out Brightbox for doing that, because they didn't have to, but that's really big of them supporting the cause and getting behind this just like we are. I mentioned to Trav earlier, and this is another thing, and I'm about to put you on the spot talking about this, but you want to do it again like we did, was it the 147 show? Everybody that comes in, for each person, we donate $1 out of our pockets.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
You heard
so
it
that
here
means
first.
Pack it out.
Let's pack this place and make us put up as much money as possible. For every person that comes, we're going to put an extra $1 into the pot. So, just yesterday.
Let's say shout that out, because I know what you're about to shout out.
Just yesterday, my buddy Nick Bakos hit me up and was like, "Man, I'm trying to donate." And I was like, "Cool, man. Well, you either buy a ticket or whatever. You just send me Cash App or whatever. I'll put it towards whatever we're going to buy out of our pocket." This guy sends me $250. I'm like, bruh, that was way too much. But, the money is one thing. But, when we were talking, he said one thing that really stuck with me. He said, we can always make more money, but you only get one shot at childhood. And that really hit me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if everybody had that mentality, or more people had that mentality, the world would be such a better place.
Goosebumps there.
Right? I was like, made me proud.
Yeah. And I think I've said this previously, but I think that to keep in mind, what we're trying to prevent with this event is a kid showing up to school on the first day and feeling like they're less than because they don't have everything they need. Yeah. Pull out your whatever, and they look around and they're like, I can't pull that out because I don't have it.
Yep.
And they automatically feel like they're behind, but you're not behind. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give kids all the tools that they need to be able to really truly go for what they want to go for in life. And that matters for sure. It matters a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. I was a little choked up on it. I was like, man, that's some deep stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But so we're already going into this with, a good amount of donations already in. Feel free to bring out any donations. Like I said, earbuds, headphones, backpacks are the top 3 things they need. But, pencils, paper, anything that's on the school lists that they're, needing for the kids is greatly appreciated. Everything that's donated, we're giving straight to Bright Futures for them to distribute throughout the community and surrounding areas. So this is going to help kids in your area, in our area, so that's who this is going to impact. All the money we raise, if you guys aren't familiar with what we do, we gather up all the money, we put in our money, and we go out and we buy more supplies, and then that goes straight to Brightbox as well. Or Bright Futures, sorry.
You're good.
It comes from Brightbox and goes to Bright Futures.
Too many brights, man.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
we out here.
Got some bright things.
Bring
going
some bright
on.
things
we
to
shining.
the We're out here, but no, it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm pitching it, but honestly, if you don't come, you're missing out. It's gonna be special. So I would hope that you would just definitely, if there's a little bit of an inkling, maybe I want to go to this event, you lean into that, come out, you'll meet some amazing individuals, see some great music, and you'll be supporting people in your community that could really use the help. So I think it's a win-win, honestly.
It's always a win-win for us. I mean, that, like I was saying yesterday, the knowing that you're giving back and helping somebody, that is the ultimate, feeling, like knowing it's helping somebody.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
For sure.
And we finally figured out a way to do it.
For sure.
I mean, we had to jump through some hoops to even figure out how to, because we found out you can't just go and give kids school supplies. So,
Yeah.
that's why we linked up with Bright Futures.
Yeah, I thought you could, but
they are the ones that.
Yeah.
That's why Brandon's not allowed on school premises anymore.
It's a lot. Nothing on my record at all. I got a clean slate. Check me out.
I'm good.
I know it's on the internet. Everything's on the internet.
You right.
Trav, you got any closing statements? Anything you want to say?
I don't know. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
No, we thank you, buddy. I'm glad to have you back. I'm glad to have you back. I'm glad to have us all back. Like this, I'm already ready to go. Y'all want to do another podcast? I don't know.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. So why we left, what we were doing, I feel like we kind of summed it up in that. And really all you need to know is we're back and we got a lot coming at you. August 7th, Bright Box, Winchester, Virginia. Come on out to our back to school event. Iron Skillet Podcast. We in a new building, new room, same usual suspects. I don't know. We're going to work on that. Big whoop out.